That's just a circle.
And with that, we have the Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman on track and ready to go.
A stage out in the infield where you do concerts.
Yeah.
Very much work at getting something that was more than just one day a week.
So heat race lineup for the one and only heat for the Panther frame, or the Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman, is going to be Lyle Robinson, the 61, 44 Mason Rogers. Row number 2 will be the 6 of Mike Durham, along with the 621 of Jason Rarick. Row 3, Hayden Howard, the 21, 31G of Cayden Graham. Row 4, Brianna Murtaugh, 33B, 747 of Haily Brownell. That will be your starting lineup. 8 cars ready to go, and Michael Mandigo testing things out with his car. Of course, he had a problem in the hot lap session and spun off the back straightaway, but everything is ready to go. Set to go green. 6 laps will be the distance. First and only heat for the Donna's Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Coming up after this, Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint cars will be ready to go. All starts and restarts tonight will be over at that final light pole in turn number 4. So the big white tire, tall cone off of turn number 4. Lyle Robinson and Mason Rogers on the front row, and we're green. And the field charges into turn number 1 and 2. It's Robinson on the inside, Rogers on the top side as they'll drag race down the back straightaway. Rogers inches out in front by a half car length into corner number 3 and 4 as we come around to complete lap number 1, and Mason Rogers puts it up in front as they cross the line for lap number 1 with Robinson giving chase. 31 of Cayden Graham occupies the 3 spot. Hayden Howard back there, position number 4. And then it is Haily Brownell having a strong run early here in spot number 5. Mike Durham with problems in the number 6. That car is moving very slowly as Brianna Murtaugh works her way by down the backstretch. In the meantime, Mason Rogers trying to stretch out that advantage over Lyle Robinson, but Robinson keeping a narrow gap between himself and Rogers at the moment. It's only about a couple of car lengths. Rogers drifts wide off the turn. Robinson tried to take advantage, couldn't quite get there though. As they work it into turn number 3 and 4, Cayden Graham still there in position number 3, followed by Hayden Howard in the 4 spot, and Haily Brownell completes the top 5, and Brianna Murtaugh completes the field in spot number 6. Halfway home, 3 down, 3 to go. Mason Rogers, who will be turning 12 years of age here in just a week or so, 11 years of age and getting it done. He's won 3 times in 3 races in 2026 and would like to keep the roll going with 2 laps left to go. 2 wins already to start this season off. Also got a win at Utica Rome a couple of weeks ago. Lyle Robinson has been close to getting into victory lane here. Came close last week. Cayden Graham holding on to 3rd, having a strong run in the early part of this season. Hayden Howard, Haily Brownell, and Brianna Murtaugh. That's your running order. No change in the running order as we come to the white flag. One more trip around, final time into turn number 1 and 2. Mason Rogers on a Lafargeville, New York Lakeside Property Management. Mason Rogers Motorsports, number 44, brings it down into turn number 3 and 4. And once again, dominates another heat race here at Can-Am. He'll pick up the victory going away. Lyle Robinson comes home 2nd. Cayden Graham 3rd. Hayden Howard will cross in 4th. Haily Brownell and Brianna Murtaugh will complete the rest of your field. And just like that, we are done. Limited Sportsman in the record books, brought to you by Donna's Motorworks. Panther Frameworx, great sprint cars ready to go right now for the first of 2 heats. We'll give you the starting lineup for heat race number 1. Scheduled to go on the front row. It'll be Emma Donathan, the number 4, along with the 36 of Mark Webb. Row 2, it's Josh Verne Jr. and the 1V, 271 Tiger Chapman. Row 3, Kody Graham, the 24, 71, Rachel Zacharias. Row 4, 92 of Adam Turner, 21, Eric Laurendeau, and Mike Amell in car number 2 will complete the rest of your starting grid. 7 cars ready to go. 9 cars ready to go in this first of 2 heats. 9 cars in each heat race here tonight. 6 laps will be the scheduled distance. So we're just about set to turn the field loose. Everybody is out there on the racetrack that's supposed to be in this heat race. So white flag is being displayed. We're going to go back to green here very shortly. Emma Donathan, Mark Webb up on the front row. Josh Verne Jr., Rachel Zacharias, row number 2. Then it is Kody Graham and Eric Laurendeau in row number 3. Adam Turner and Mike Amell in row number 4. Set to go green. Mike LeClaire, our Chief Director of Traffic Control here at Can-Am, will be ready to look the field over as 6 laps, the distance. Emma Donathan, Mark Webb up on the front row. Green lights are back on and we're underway. Into 1 and 2 they go. Mark Webb, Rachel Zacharias roll the top side, and we are going to go back to caution. Yellow lights are back on. We are going to try that start once again.
Or take your spot.
Figured that much.
Come on, double it up. Let's go.
So field being told to double back up, and we will be set to go back under the green flag. First of 2 heats, Panther Frameworx Crate Sprints. Emma Donathan, Mark Webb on that front row. We'll see what happens on this restart. Drivers were told via the one-way radio to wait for that white cone over there, the tall one, off of turn number 4. Set to go green. Donathan and Webb up on the front row. Green lights are back on, and we're underway. Everybody stays in line. Emma Donathan is going to stay up at the front of the field. Mark Webb up to second on the outside lane. Josh Verne Jr. will try to clear the 71 of Rachel Zacharias for the 3 spot. Mike Amell into the top 5 as they work it off in turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line. As Donathan will lead lap number 1. Josh Verne Jr. thought about making it 3 wide off the turn, but he thought better of it and pulls back in line. In the meantime, Mark Webb takes over the lead down the back straightaway. Verne will take over second. Donathan gets dropped back to the 3 spot. Rachel Zacharias, Mike Amell, Adam Turner, Kody Graham, and Eric Laurendeau in that order as they cross the line at lap number 2. Again, 6 laps is the distance. Not a lot of time to get the job done here, so Mark Webb knows that. He's trying to get away from Josh Verne Jr. as Rachel Zacharias drops it off the backstretch, but we'll bring it back on, and we will stay green. In the meantime, we got 3 down and 3 to go already, and Mark Webb trying to win another heat race here at Can-Am. He picked one up 1 week ago. He and Josh Verne Jr. going to settle this one as they work it down the back straightaway. We will have 2 laps left to go. It's Mark Webb, Josh Verne Jr. 1 and 2 at the moment as they cross the line this time by. We got 2 to go. 2 remain. And right now, Mark Webb being chased by the all-time winningest driver and the only track champion here at Can-Am in this division as Josh Verne Jr. looks to move in on Mark Webb for the race lead. White flag will be displayed this time by, and the lead gap is shrinking as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Mark Webb goes to the bottom. Josh Verne Jr. going to roll the outside lane off of corner number 2 and down the back straightaway. Less than a car length separates the top 2. Checkered flag will be waving this time by. Checkered in the air off of turn number 4 down to the line. Who will it be? Got to go to scoring on that one. And by inches, Mark Webb gets the job done. Margin of victory in that heat race, 31 1/1000ths of a second. 0.031 at the stripe, and Mark Webb gets his second heat win in a row over Josh Verne Jr. What a start here for the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars as we move into heat race number 2. We'll give you the starting lineup right now. it will be Andrew Hennessy on the pole in the 87 with the Z28 of Tucker Donath. Row 2, it's Kurtis Connell in the number 8, along with the 25 of George Sanford. Row 3, Anthony Fiorentino in the number 16, along with Will Fisher in the 74. Josh Vanbrocklin, the 89X, with the 30 of Ken Klinkowsky. And rounding it out, making his debut with us here tonight in car number 133, that is Matthew Moore from Port Hope, Ontario, Canada. So Josh Vanbrocklin making his way on out in the number 89. Andrew Hennessy will be your control car. Actually, we'll check the lineup here again. He will be. He's on the pole. Tucker Donath to his outside on this start. Kurtis Connell in the number 8 was scheduled to be out there, and there he is off of turn number 2. George Sanford in the number 25. He'll go for position number 4 on the racetrack. Anthony Fiorentino in the 16. Will Fisher in the 74 will make up row 3. Row 4 it'll be Josh Vanbrocklin, the 89X, in the 30 of Ken Klinkowsky, and then Matthew Moore will complete it in the 133. White flag is out. We are going to go racing next time by 6 laps. Will be the distance in the second and final heat for the Panther Frameworx Crate Sprints. After this, we are going to go right into the first of 3 Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 modified heat races. Those of you just getting to the racetrack tonight, glad you could join us here at Can-Am on week number 3, and happy Mother's Day. A way to kick it off here to come to Can-Am for Mother's Day weekend on Friday night. Set for green, 6 laps is the distance. Leclerc looks him over. Andrew Hennessy and Tucker Donath on the front row. Green lights are back on and we're underway. And the field once again down into corner number 1 and 2. Andrew Hennessy from the bottom. He'll grab the point as they go down the backstretch. Tucker Donath right there with him in second. And Anthony Fiorentino, one of his first starts in this sprint car, gets off the back straightaway but brings it back on, and we stay green. In the meantime, Andrew Hennessy with the lead over Tucker Donath. Ken Klinkowsky, who had a great run 1 week ago, holding on to the 3 spot. George Sanford is 4th. Will Fisher rounds out the top 5 early as they work it down the back straightaway. As they start to spread out single file into turn number 3 and 4, Andrew Hennessy is on the charge and driving away as they cross the line in lap number 2 of the 6-lap heat event. Tucker Donath, it has been a long time since he's been to victory lane here. The man out of Palermo, New York, has not won since the 2024 campaign. He had a strong, consistent season last year, but did not quite get to the winner's circle. Andrew Hennessy, on the other hand, got to the winner's circle on 3 occasions as they crossed the line in lap number 3. We're halfway home already. Hennessy 3 wins in 2025, including his career milestone of 100 wins in June last year. As they cross the line with 2 laps left to go, Hennessy drawn away from the field by about a half a straightaway right now over Tucker Donath as they go to turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed, and Andrew Hennessy is driving away, putting on a clinic here in heat race number 2. The Picton, Ontario native will set it up on the bottom side of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Final time for Andrew Hennessy as he rolls it into turn number 3 and 4. 7 wins here at the Am Speedway Crate Sprint Car Competition, good for 2nd on the all-time list. Checkered flag in the air, and Andrew Hennessy dominates heat race number 2. Tucker Donath crosses in 2nd. Ken Klinkowsky, George Sanford, Josh Vanbrocklin will cross in 5th. Will Fisher, Anthony Fiorentino, Kurtis Connell in the number 8, and Matthew Moore will round out your field. And that does it. Panther Frameworx Crate Sprint Cars are in the record books. First of 3 heat races for the Whitesboro Plow Shop. DIRTcar 358 Modifieds will be rolling trackside right now. And it will be Billy Dunn, last week's feature winner, in the number 49 on the point. Outside will be Jackson Gill in the 60. Row 2, Scott Webb in the 18W, the 11C of Matt Caprera. Row 3, Patrick Adrinko scheduled to start on the inside of row number 3 in the 35P with Jordan McCready alongside the 28. Dan Bichard in the number 36B inside row 4 with points leader Tim Fuller in the 9T to his outside. Scheduled to go in this one was Genevieve Bartlett, but I don't believe she'll be answering the call here, so we are going to go with 8 drivers in this one. Patrick Adrinko, I believe he is going to fall to the tail end of this field on this initial start, but we'll check with race control here and see what is going to happen. It looks like that's going to be the case. So 8 drivers ready to do battle. Last week's winner, Billy Dunn, on that front row. Picked up his 71st career win in a modified here at Can-Am. Still second on that all-time win list. He can move one step closer to catching Pat O'Brien for the all-time win record. He's got 71. Pat O'Brien has 73. But he's got to get through this heat race first. 8 laps of distance. Leclerc looks him over, and we're underway. As they're working through 1 and 2, Billy Dunn once again out in front of the field. Jackson Gill, Scott Webb, that's the top 3 at the moment. Matt Caprera puts the move on Jordan McCready. He'll move up into position number 4 as McCready back to 5th. But Billy Dunn well in control right now. The number 1 speed equipment, number 49, sets sail into corner number 1 and 2 with a healthy lead on Jackson Gill. Battle is on for 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. Scott Webb has the 3 spot. Matt Caprera looking to move up and take it away. Jordan McCready, Tim Fuller, Dan Bichard after one another as Fuller swings it way around the top side of the racetrack looking to find some bite upstairs, and he will do so. He'll get by McCready for the number 5 spot as they cross the line for lap number 2. 2 laps are complete. Billy Dunn with the lead. Jackson Gill to 2nd. Scott Webb to 3rd, and a battle for 4th already. Matt Caprera to the bottom. Tim Fuller has got that car wound up on that outside lane. He's going where not a lot of drivers have been venturing here tonight, and he's up into position number 4, getting around Matt Caprera as we work in lap number 3. In the meantime, Billy Dunn enjoying a comfortable advantage as they work it down the back straightaway right now. Dunn out of Watertown and enjoying about a 1.7 second lead on Jackson Gill, who holds position number 3. Scott Webb still 3rd. Tim Fuller and Matt Caprera still having it out for the 4th spot. Fuller has it for now. Caprera back to 5th. Jordan McCready and Dan Bichard. That's your running order. As they work in lap number 4, we're halfway home. But Billy Dunn has been strong here in the early going of 2026. Picked up his first win of the season last week. Trying to get it done here tonight in heat race number 1 as they work in lap number 5. Jackson Gill. The direct subs number 60, the Duplessis, New York native, working down the back straightaway all by himself in that runner-up spot. And no changes in the field in the running order right now as they cross the line with 2 laps left to go. Billy Dunn well in command of it right now. Battle is going to be on here for position number 3. Scott Webb has it for the moment, but Tim Fuller's been able to roll that outside lane like nobody else has been able to do. Fuller started back in the 8th spot on this heat race and now is battling with Scott Webb for the 3 spot. But across the line, white flag in the air for Billy Dunn. Looking to claim yet another heat race here at the Am Speedway in 2025, or 26 rather. Picked up a win last week in the qualifying heat race, and he's into turn number 3 and 4 with over a straightaway lead on the 60 of Jackson Gill, and that's how they're going to finish. Billy Dunn dominant in heat race number 1. He'll grab the win. Jackson Gill crosses in 2nd. Tim Fuller from the back of the field. He'll come home 3rd. Scott Webb, Matt Caprera, Jordan McCready, and Dan Bichard. And just like that, heat race number 1 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds is complete, and Billy Dunn to victory lane in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 is in the staging area, ready to roll trackside already. We'll give it the starting lineup. It will be Remington Ham on the pole in the 57, 74 Lucas Fuller will join him. Row 2, it's Cameron Black in the 23, 26 of Michael Mandigo scheduled to go to the outside of row 2. Row 3, it's Cedric Govero in the 22 of the 31 of Lance Willix, and rounding it out in car number 45 to the inside row 4, it's Preston Forbes and Jeremy Slosik in car number 93 will round out the field. That does it, heat race number 2 of 3 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop DIRTcar 358 Modifieds is on track and ready to go next. Heat race number 3 is lined up in the staging area ready to go in just a few moments.
Hold them. Coming for green, hold them. Fill them in the back. Fill them in the back.
Looking for green. 8 laps will be the distance. Heat race 2 of 3. For the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, Remington Ham and Lucas Fuller on the front row, and we are green. As they charge down into 1 and 2, Remington Ham on the bottom, Lucas Fuller to his outside. They're going to be wheel to wheel as they hit the backstretch. Remington Ham edges out in front of Lucas Fuller as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Good battle for third. Cameron Black sneaks on through. He'll get by Michael Mandigo. Veteran Lance Willix right there behind him as they cross the line at lap number 1. One down, Remington Ham in control. Battle is going to be on here for third on back. Cameron Black has that number 3 position. Lance Willix looking to take it away from him as Michael Mandigo trying to move in as well. Down into corner number 3 and 4. Remington Ham with a strong run up off the turn. He'll hold the lead, but behind him, Lucas Fuller holding on to second as Lance Willix will clear the 23 of Cameron Black to move up a spot. So Willix on the charge here, fresh off that win last Sunday night at Glenridge, trying to move towards the front of the field. He's closing in on the runner-up spot as Lucas Fuller has that position. Michael Mandigo with problems on the back straightaway. He'll move off into the pit area, and we will stay green. 3 laps are complete, 5 more to go in this second heat race for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, and Remington Ham has been putting on a show here, driving away from the battle for second, which has been a good one. Lance Willix to the inside of Lucas Fuller. Fuller trying to hang with him on the outside lane. Willix loves the bottom side here at Can-Am, and they'll drag race to the line as they click off lap number 4, and we're halfway home. Fuller able to keep the spot as they come up off of turn number 2, but Willix has a little better handling race car, is able to keep that car down on the inside portion of the racetrack. That's where the most bite is, although we did see Tim Fuller in that previous heat race roll the outside lane. We'll see if anybody steps out of line to go up there or not. As they work in lap number 5, it's still Remington Ham well in control. And just as I talk about somebody going to the outside lane, Lance Willix steps out of line. He'll try it upstairs. Lucas Fuller will power back by on the inside into turn number 3 and 4. Willix is going to go back up there and try it again into corner number 3 and 4. He may have found a little something extra through the middle. They'll drag race down the front straightaway again with 2 laps left to go. Good seesaw battle for the runner-up spot. Fuller has it. Willix trying to find the way by, and he roots his way down to that inside lane. He'll draw even turns with Lucas Fuller into corner number 3. Lance Willix to the 2 spot as they cross the line this time by. 7 down, 1 to go. White flag in the air for Remington Ham. Lance Willix had to work to get by Lucas Fuller for that runner-up spot. Fuller there for third now. Cameron Black, Cedric Govro, Preston Forbes is your running order. Checkered flag is in the air, and Remington Ham puts it all together finally, grabs the win in heat race number 2 for the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Lance Willix, Lucas Fuller, Cameron Black, Cedric Govro, and Preston Forbes will round out the field, and that does it. Heat race number 2 belongs to Remington Ham. Heat race number 3 ready to go green. Next, Tristan Draper, Aerosmith, Ontario, Canada will lead him to green. The 17 outside will be Sean Shaw from Philadelphia, the 7S. Row 2, it's Ryan Bartlett, the 39 out of Watertown. Then Prescott, Ontario's Jonathan Ferguson in the 44. Row 3, it's Chris Raby out of Alexandria in the 701. With Akwesasne's Tommy Jock Jr., the 31 JR. Final row, it's going to be Andy Howard, the 21 from Hammond, and Josh Riom, modified rookie this year in the number 91 out of Clayton. White flag is displayed. We're going to go green next time by. Coming up after this, it will be the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Heat Races. First of 3 on the night for them as well.
They're not coming out.
8 laps is going to be the distance. Third and final heat race in the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds. Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Heat Race number 1 lined up in the staging area ready to go. Field rolling through turn number 3 and 4. Mike LeClaire looks them over. All starts and restarts at that white cone off of turn number 4, and we got it. Green lights are back on, and we're underway. And we are going to call that one back. Front row a little bit early on that start, so we'll try it again. Green lights back on, and we're underway. And again, Draper goes to the point. I'll tell you, Chris Raby is rolling the bottom pretty good. He just went by 3 cars right there to move to 4th as they work it down the back straightaway. Tristan Draper and Sean Shaw up in front of the field. Jonathan Ferguson, Chris Raby, the top 4. Then it's Ryan Bartlett completing your top 5 as they work it across the line. Sean Shaw drives around Tristan Draper. He'll go to the lead as they complete lap number 1. What a power move that was by Sean Shaw to move up into the top spot. Tristan Draper, Chris Raby, the top 3. Jonathan Ferguson and Ryan Bartlett, the top 5. As they work it through 3 and 4. And Sean Shaw has moved into that high lane. And Tristan Draper, who normally likes the top side of the racetrack no matter where he goes, he has got the bottom lane working for him. As they work in lap number 2 of this 8-lap heat event, the 3rd and final one for the modifieds. And right now it's all Sean Shaw, the Philadelphia, New York native, with a comfortable lead as they work it into turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line to complete lap number 3. And problems with the 17 of Tristan Draper. He pulls it off into the pit area. Done for this one. That's going to bring Chris Raby up to the runner-up spot. Jonathan Ferguson, Ryan Bartlett, and now Josh Rioman to the top 5. Andy Howard, Tommy Jock Jr., and Jeremy Slosik will complete the rest of the field as they cross the line at the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. It's all Sean Shaw up to this point. The SMS Enterprises, number 7S out of Philadelphia, working it down the back straightaway. Healthy advantage over the 701 of Chris Raby. Again, Raby, this brand new team, the Greg Brinklow-owned ride, working in the 2 spot. Had a 3rd place finish a week ago. Jonathan Ferguson making his first start of 2026. And then number 44 as they work it across in lap number 5. 5 down, 3 to go in this final heat race for the Whitesboro Plow Shop. DIRTcar 358 modifieds, and Sean Shaw has put on a clinic from the drop of the green flag. We'll have 2 laps left to go, and Sean Shaw trying to run away and hide, trying to get his 3rd heat win in as many starts this year. Every week he has been here, he has won his qualifying heat race, and he's trying to do it again here tonight as he'll set it up into turn number 3 and 4, pulling away from Chris Raby right now. White flag will be displayed this time by final trip around for Sean Shaw. Chris Raby, Jonathan Ferguson, Ryan Bartlett, Josh Rioman, that's your top 5. As they work it down the back straightaway, final time for Sean Shaw into turn number 3 and 4. Picked up 2 feature wins last year, including the season finale. Checkered in the air. He'll keep the heat streak alive. 3 in a row for Sean Shaw as far as heat racing goes here at Can-Am. He grabs a win. 2nd will go to Chris Raby, and the line for 3rd it will be Jonathan Ferguson. 4th to Ryan Bartlett, Josh Rioman, Andy Howard, Tommy Jock Jr., and Jeremy Slosik will complete the rest of your field. So that does it. Heat racing action for the Whitesboro Plow Shop. DIRTcar 358 modifieds is complete. Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman ready to go trackside next for their first heat race of the evening. First of 2 heat races on the night for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman drivers. Give you the starting lineup here for heat race number 1 as they roll trackside in just a moment. It looks like we found some debris down there on the front straightaway. Scheduled to go from the pole in heat race number 1 for the Sportsman. It will be Keegan Nyer, the 34K. Outside will be Caleb Howard in the 90. Row 2 and 17 of Owen Nyer making his first start of the year, along with Frank Sibley in the 92, who ran the DIRTcar Sportsman Central race last Sunday night at Weedsport. Row 3, Steve Roberts, the 5R from Harrisville, along with Clayton's Greg Henry in the 2. Row 4 is Jessica Power out of Kingston, the 52, with the 960 of Taylor Dockstader from Philadelphia. Final row on a natural bridge, it's Justin Gadbaugh in the 18G and Grayson Soper out of Harrisville in car number 38. That's your starting lineup for heat race number 1 of 2 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman Division.
That don't sound good at all.
And Grayson Soper having problems getting that car into gear right now, so we'll stay yellow. Going to stay yellow here on this one. Heat winners so far this year, we've had 7 heat races so far in 2026. 6 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Gavin Isley with 2 heat wins. He's won both the heat races he's participated in this year. Eric Nyer, Brady Howard, Shane Pecor, Richard Murtaugh, and Jessica Power each have a heat win this season. So Grayson Soper not able to get the car into gear, so we will go with 8 on this, or 9 rather, on this initial start.
Oh, come on, you can't go with number 2.
Some of my great friends from Mohawk International Raceway are here tonight. Having some fun.
Just watch.
Ready for green off of turn number 4, and we got it. We're underway. Everybody's scrambling for position into corner number 1 and 2, but it's Caleb Howard out in front, graduate of the limited sportsman class here, grabs the lead. Not for long. He's going to go 3 wide with Keegan Nyer and the 92 of Frank Sibley. Sibley's going to go away around the outside. Caleb Howard throws it into the corner as a complete lap number 1. Who's going to lead it? Looks like it's going to be Keegan Nyer by inches as they go to turn number 1 and 2. Caleb Howard wrestles it back, though, and we're going to go back to caution. We have got debris in turn number 4. Debris over there in turn number 4.
Yep.
Safety crew back out there on the racetrack to collect that up. Some intense racing there at the start of this one. We did get 1 lap completed after all that.
I would say 34.
Okay, 34 it
Oh, I hope this.
So, yellow lights have been extinguished. Green lights set to come back on. Again, this is the first of 2 heats in the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Heat race number 2 lined up in the staging area, and then after the sportsmen are done, the Sundance Leisure Thunder Cars will be up next for their one and only heat on the night on Mother's Day weekend here at Can-Am. We're ready to go green. Keegan Nyer and Caleb Howard on the front row. We're back to green. As they charge down into corner number 1 and 2. Look how Caleb Howard and Nyer come together. Keegan goes for a loop, and Frank Sibley gets tagged on the way around. And both drivers sitting over there in turn number 2. Nyer able to get going, but Frank Sibley not able to refire. Caleb Howard and Keegan Nyer came together over there just ever so slightly into turn number 1 and 2, and it doesn't take much here.
Now I don't know who it is.
34.
Yeah, 34 and him tussle.
Yeah. I think 34 got turned around.
I think 34 wanted to go high and 92 said no. I don't
So, we're going to reline the field up here.
It'd be interesting to see if 34 can do something now.
That kid's got a hot shoe. He takes after his freaking father.
So Caleb Howard, again, a graduate of the Donath Motorworks Limited Sportsman here at Can-Am, picked up a couple of wins last year out of Hammond, New York. Right behind him, Owen Nyer in the number 17, making his first start of the year with us. Taylor Dockstader in the New Luck 960 ride this year. You see the giant number 9 on the race car, and right next to it, there is a gold number 60, so that is the reason for the 960 number this year. Rick's Plumbing and Heating ride out of Philadelphia, New York, picked up 2 wins in the Dave Rogers owned number 44 ride last year. They also went to Outlaw Speedway last year and won a big race there as well. So Taylor Dockstader getting a lot of experience a year ago. jumped into this ride for this year and got a pair of top 10 runs to start the season, including the DIRTcar Sportsman North Series opener here on April 24th. Again, next week, May 15th, it will be Armed Forces Tribute Night here at Can-Am. All 5 divisions will be on the card. Racing gets underway right here at 7 o'clock. Of course, we'll be live on Dirt Track Digest TV. And if you can't watch it here live or watch it on Dirt Track Digest TV, make sure you have the My Race Pass app downloaded to your mobile device. Kimmy and Stacia, I hope you have that downloaded to your mobile devices as well. I see it right there. There it is. Ooh, look at that. Locked and loaded and ready to go. Set to go green. 1 lap has been completed. 7 left to go. 8 laps is the distance. Caleb Howard and Owen Nyer on that front row. Mike Leclerc will look the field over, as we'll be set for green. Off of turn number 4, and we got it. We're back underway. And once again, Caleb Howard jumps out in front of the field. Owen Nyer, Taylor Dockstader to the top 3. Greg Henry into the 4 spot. Watch for Jessica Power making the move on the inside lane. She's going to go to the 4 spot as they go to turn number 3 and 4. And Greg Henry kicked back to 5th. Stevie Roberts now 6th. Justin Gadbaugh in a battle with Keegan Nyer for position number 7 and 8. 9th is Frank Sibley, and Grayson Soper completes the 10-car field. In the meantime, Howard into a comfortable lead right now as they hit the back straightaway. Down the back stretch they go. Owen Nyer still there in position number 2. Taylor Dockstader holding on to the 3 spot. Jessica Power trying to move in as well as they cross the line once again to complete lap number 3. And Caleb Howard looking good as they roll it down to the bottom lane in turn number 1 and 2. 17 of Owen Nyer. His first start of the year, trying to make it a good one. He pulls right to the back bumper of Howard as they hit the back straightaway to turn number 3. They'll come down to the halfway point this time by 4, down 4 to go, and Caleb Howard in control. Owen Nyer still second. Battle is on for the 3 spot. Jessica Power looking to make the move on Taylor Dockstader for a position as they roll it into turn number 1 and 2. Dockstader drifts up the hill. Jessica Power, a good strong launch off the bottom side of corner number 2. Pulls right up to the back bumper of Dockstader as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Greg Henry continues to hold on to the 5 spot as they cross the line with 3 to go. 5 down, 3 more to go, and it is all Caleb Howard right now, but Owen Nyer right there putting the pressure on him as they roll down the back straightaway. Behind them, though, Jessica Power makes the move to the inside lane. Dockstader drifted up the hill. That's all it took. Jessica Power moves to 3rd as they roll it through 3 and 4, and they'll come down to the line with 2 to go, and the battle is on for the lead. Caleb Howard trying to hold on. Owen Nyer right there with him. Behind them, Jessica Power, Taylor Dockstader after one another. Greg Henry still in 5th. In the meantime, Owen Nyer is taking the lead down the back straightaway. Caleb Howard falls to 2nd. Jessica Power has cleared Taylor Dockstader finally for that number 3 spot as they cross the line one more time. White flag in the air for Owen Nyer. Looking to grab his first heat win in his first race of the season as they go to turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Caleb Howard is fading just a little bit to the end of this one. A 5-car length lead for Owen Nyer as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Checkered in the air. Last move, last lap pass. It's going to go to Owen Nyer, winner of heat race number 1. Caleb Howard, Jessica Power, Taylor Dockstader, Greg Henry, the top 5. Keegan Nyer, Stevie Roberts, Frank Sibley, and Justin Gadbaugh. And that will do it. Heat race number 1 is in the record books, and what a run there for Owen Nyer. He collects the win. Owen got the job done and made the pass when it counted. He'll grab the win for heat race number 1. Heat 2, rolling trackside. Give it the starting lineup. It'll be Camden Cook on the front row in the 14 with Eric Nyer in the 34. Row 2, it's Tyler Stevenson in the Fox 28 with Trevor Gibbons alongside the 621. Row 3, Logan Brown in the 954, Brady Howard. Row 4, Richard Murtaugh, 33, 18 of Gavin Isley. Final row, it's Gage Howard in car number 21. 9 cars ready to go. 8 laps is going to be the distance. Second and final heat race for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Sundance Leisure Thundercar heat will be lined up and ready to go in the staging area next.
Usually it's 34.
set for green off of turn number 4, and we got it. As they charge into turn number 1 and 2. Eric Nyer with the lead. Camden Cook, Trevor Gibbons, the top 3 early here as they go to turn number 3 and 4. Watch Tyler Stevenson in that outside lane. He's really good in the outside portion of the racetrack here at Can-Am as they cross the line at lap number 1. It is going to be Eric Nyer in control, and Eric loves the bottom side of the racetrack here. But again, watch Stevenson. He rolls by Trevor Gibbons to pick up 3rd. Now he'll quickly switch lanes. He tried to go to the bottom and get by Camden Cook for the runner-up spot. No, he's going to stick to that outside lane through 3 and 4. Cook down on the bottom. Stevenson's going to roll the outside lane as they work it across the line at lap number 2. It's all Eric Nyer right now, but the battle is on for position 2, 3, and 4. Camden Cook has it. Trevor Gibbons trying to move in on this battle as well. Logan Brown into the 5 spot. Here comes Richard Murtaugh with a move on Brady Howard to pick up 6th. Howard back to 7th. Gavin Isley stuck back in the traffic. He is 8th. Gage Howard completes it in 9th. Off the turn they go. New runner-up it is Tyler Stevenson as they're working across the line in lap number 3 of this 8-lap heat event. Second of 2 in the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman, and Eric Nyer trying to make short work of it. As they're working down the back straightaway, Tyler Stevenson has cleared all the traffic. He's by himself in 2nd, trying to move in on Eric Nyer for the race lead as they work it across the line one more time. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. It's still Eric Nyer in control. Tyler Stevenson, Camden Cook, Trevor Gibbons, and Logan Brown. That's your top 5 running order. Murtaugh and Isley having problems getting through the field as they work it down the back straightaway. Nobody really stepping on a line to go anywhere right now. Kind of staying in line, single file formation as they work it into turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line with 3 laps left to go. 3 more remain, and Eric Nyer, the Carthage, New York native, trying to get another heat win here at Can-Am as they work down the backstretch. Tyler Stevenson, he's doing all he can to try to move around the racetrack to find some speed. Both of these drivers running their favorite lines around the racetrack. Stevenson up on the outside lane. Eric Nyer down low with 2 laps left to go. And both of these drivers pulling away from the rest of the field right now with 2 to go. But here comes Tyler Stevenson. He's narrowed the gap to about 2 car lengths as they go down the back straightaway. We'll see if Stevenson has anything for Eric Nyer as they go into turn number 3 and 4. White flag will be displayed this time by. Final trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Eric Nyer and Tyler Stevenson right there with him. Back there in 3rd, it is Camden Cook. Getting some pressure from Trevor Gibbons into 621 as they work it off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Final time into corner number 3 and 4. Eric Nyer picked up a heat win last week here in the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. He's going to do it again. 2nd heat win of the season for Eric Nyer. He'll collect the win. 2nd will be Tyler Stevenson, Camden Cook, Trevor Gibbons, 3rd and 4th. Logan Brown, Gavin Isley, Richard Murtaugh, Brady Howard, and Gage Howard, the rest of the field. That does it. And the Nyer family takes the heat wins in heat races 1 and 2 for the Bob Johnson Auto Group DIRTcar Sportsman. Sportsmen are complete. One and only heat race for the Sundance Leisure ThunderCar division. They're ready to go next for 6 laps. Having some fun up here in the tower with the colorful cast and crew here. Jen Sibley, Lindsey Thurston. And we're set to go. Francis White is scheduled to go from the pole in the number 60, along with the 22J of Jarrett Gilson. Row 2, it's Colby Hibbard, the 428, with Tony Frezzo defending track champion, the 22. Row number 3, David Rasmussen in the newly numbered number 10 ride. He's out of Evans Mills, New York, alongside Colin Botter from Lafargeville in the 19. Final row, last week's winner, Kevin Greenfield in the 11A, along with the 8X of points leader, Jock Simons.
I did for 17 years.
You still a doctor? You still doing the doctor?
No, I'm retired. But there's a group of people from the Bay Hospital that get together every 2nd Saturday of the month.
Yeah.
Last month it was in Teresa. This month it's in the Bay.
So 10 and 8 no free.
So we got a couple of no-shows out there, so it's going to be Jarrett Gilson moving to the number 1 spot. So the 22J of Jared Gilson will go from the pole. Outside it will be defending track champion Tony Frezzo in the other number 22. So we are set and ready to go. 6 laps will be the distance.
Wow.
As we are ready to go green off of turn number 3 and 4. Leclerc looks him over and we are underway. Field charges into 1 and 2. Tony Frezzo, the big long drifting slide into corner number 1. Colin Bonner out of shape in turns 1 and 2, and he will park it over there. Tony Frezzo with problems over there in turn number 2. He is slowed it to a crawling pace on the back straightaway, so we will go caution here on this opening lap. So again, final heat race of the night. Those of you here tonight at Can-Am, we certainly do appreciate you joining us. If you're watching live on Dirt Track Digest TV, glad you could join us from wherever you may be. Week number 3 here at Can-Am. And Colin Bonner in the 19 will be getting pushed away. Not sure if he's going to be able to refire or not. And it looks like they are going to give him some assistance back to pit road. Yes, when it hits that temperature, we will. It's what I'm supposed to do. It's what I am supposed to do. It's what I'm allowed to do. I do have to tell everybody we're going back to green, however. Jared Gilson does grab the lead as they go to 1 and 2. Kevin Greenfield, we talked to him in Victory Lane last week, and he says he wants to run a lot more races here on dirt as he leads, or he holds on to the second spot, rather. Jock Simons moving from the back of the field. He's up to position number 3. Jock with 2 wins already this season. One of those was a big one at Lebanon Valley Speedway earlier this year, back in early April. One here on opening day, but did not lead a lap as they roll it through turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Jarrett Gilson in control. Kevin Greenfield, Jock Simons the top 3. Then it is David Rasmussen in the 10, Colby Hibbard the 428 completing it as they roll it through turn number 3 and 4 and down to the line. Lap number 2 goes up on the leaderboard. Gilson trying to hold on to win it, but here comes Greenfield in that outside lane. Kevin Greenfield off of his first ever Can-Am win a week ago, trying to put it back into victory lane here later tonight, but he's got to figure out this heat race and trying to figure out a way around Jared Gilson as well as they go down the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. Gilson to the bottom lane, Greenfield on that outside lane. Jock Simons right there with him. It's a 3-car battle for the lead as they cross the line as the teammates go 1 and 2. Greenfield to the point, Simons right there with him in second. Jared Gilson, David Rasmussen, and Colby Hibbard. That's the running order as they work the back straightaway. We'll be coming around for 2 laps left to go this time by, and the battle is on for the lead. Greenfield has it. Jock Simons right there with him. This reminds me of the feature last week. Simons put the heat on Kevin Greenfield for the lead for the entire race. Greenfield won out. He'll try to do it again in this heat race with 2 laps left to go. Kevin Greenfield, the race leader. Jock Simons right there with him. Might have a little quicker car than Greenfield as they hit the back straightaway. White flag will be displayed. White flag will be waving this time by. Lap number 5 goes up on the leaderboard, and here comes Jock Simons in the inside lane. Can't quite get there. Greenfield will hold the spot as they work into the white flag lap. Final time for Kevin Greenfield. Jock Simons right there with him. Knows they roll through 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Jared Gilson holding on to third, waiting for something to happen between the top 2. As they go to turn number 3 and 4, Kevin Greenfield holds the lead on the bottom. Jock Simons right there with him. Checkered flag is waving this time by. Checkered in the air, and Kevin Greenfield's going to get the job done. Takes the win in Sundance Leisure DIRTcar Heat number 1. Jock Simons, Jared Gilson, the top 3. David Rasmussen and Colby Hibbert will complete the rest of the field. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it. Qualifying heat racing action is complete for all 5 divisions here at the Am Speedway. And